is it okay for Christians to live together if they are in a committed relationship and the plan is to get married in the future?
Yeah, and I would go back again to that word covenant and where it was established. What does it mean? What does that look like? You know, you do not take lightly living with somebody and having sex with somebody and being in the same. There's a covenant that you make before God because you want God's blessing on your life. And if you go back to Genesis, you know, right from the beginning, you know, the man will leave his father and his mother. So you're leaving this house, and then your wife is leaving, and you're coming together to be married before God. And I think what happens when you do live together before marriage, it's like counterfeit. Because there's always this thought, you know, I could leave, this could not work out. Because there's no sense of, there's no sense of honor. To me, it's like, and in my mind, I would think if he would cheat on God like this with me, what else will he be cheating on? You know what I mean? And this honor for God. Yet it happens all the time, people living together. And I tell you what, God used a lot of dysfunctional sexual relationships in the Bible and did a whole lot of good with their life. So there is redemption. Just get right with God, make it right before him, and do your best with what you know to be right before God.
I like the last part of what you just said, because the truth of the matter is, let's be real, people are not that deep. You know, the average, unfortunately, you know, the average Christian is just not that deep, and it is about getting their flesh satisfied. And I counsel with women, we talk, and I just like keeping it real. I don't think it's any surprise to anybody. You know, people feel like, look, I want to test out the hardware, you know, beforehand. And sex is a big part of marriage. You know, what happens when you give counsel to people that are getting married? I'm sure that you talk to them about, you know, communication, finances, and sex are the big things. The thing, I love what you said about the counterfeit, because, I'm old school. Maybe this sounds a bit cliche-ish, but it's like, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? Like, I am just like, I'm not that girl. I'm not going to be doing your laundry. I'm not going to be cooking your meals. I'm not doing all of that. If you like it, then you better put a ring on it, you know, and that's just me. But, you know, I understand that there are others who think differently. And so in respect to that, I'm just challenging you to come up a little higher, think a little more of yourself. You know, what do you think? And make a list. What is the benefit of you guys living together?
They say financial. A lot is financial.
A lot of people say financially. But however, the truth of the matter is, if we're going to work together, we don't have to live in the same house to work together. That tells me a higher level of trust when I'm not living with you and you don't have any benefit other than to show me that you are integritous in how you're going to care for me. And so if you are willing to put your money in the same account and we're not living together, you're willing to help pay for bills and we are not living together, that tells me what you're going to do when we live together.
I will say I looked up that there was a study out of the University of Texas that there is a 33% higher divorce rate amongst people that live together before they're married. And I hear the excuse all the time, well, we just want to test it out. We want to make sure. This is so that we will know that we're supposed to get married, and this is for the benefit of our marriage. No, it's not. It's exactly what you said. This is the integrity of marriage. The question is it a sin to live together before married? The answer is yes. Yes, it is. Okay, we're not going to sugarcoat it. Does God love you any less? No, he doesn't love you any less. Do I love you any less? No. Am I still going to come to your wedding? Yes, I am. Okay, that's the answer to the question.
Roxy.
Oh, you really want to come to me?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I agree that it's not God's will to live together. But I have to say, most people do.
That's right.
And I'm not condoning it, but hear me out. I have seen for myself the mercy of God on people, because what does Flo say? They're working out their testimony.
Right.
And if you make bad choices, you're not a bad person. God is working out. What did he do with the woman at the well? I know you had 5 husbands.
That's right.
and the last one you're living with isn't yours.
Right.
But I'm still going to give you living water
I love
that
it.
you'll never thirst again. So there is hope. If you're in that situation, go to the living water. We try to clean people on the outside. We need to help the Lord, the Holy Spirit, clean them on the inside,
right.
and He takes care of the rest.
Wonderful
I hope
redemptive
that this
message.
helped somebody watching today.